light is breaking, painting shadows on the ground. The Sonoran desert waking with a beauty so profound. Cacti stretch their arms, reaching for the dawn as the world begins to shimmer in the light of a brand new song. Oh, the sunrise in the desert, a masterpiece so bright, colors dancing on the horizon, chasing away the night, with the mountains standing tall and the sky a canvas white. In this moment of pure magic, I feel alive inside. Golden rays are spilling like honey on the land. Every hue a whisper from the universe so grand. Birds begin their chorus, serenaded in the day. In the heart of the Sonoran, I find my worries fade away. Oh, the sunrise in the desert, a masterpiece so bright, colors dancing on the horizon, chasing away the night, with the mountains standing tall and the sky a canvas white. In this moment of pure magic, I feel alive inside.
Good morning, good morning. Welcome to Desert Adventures in Arizona. And guess what? We're not in Ironwood. Those of you that follow my channel know that we're up in Quartzite, Arizona in La Posa South. Camping out in La Posa South with some friends. And also that includes this guy back here. Can you read that? That is the poop cop. And I'll tell you the rest of that story here in a minute. But I'm in the community tent here that Roy and Becky and CR View and all the folks that are camped out here set this up. Is a community area, and it really comes in handy. So let's see who we have in the chat this morning. Jolly Matilda, first member in the house. Good morning, good morning. There's Lee. Welcome, Lee. And there's Ava Potterfield and friends. We always start our Mondays off with Ava and a cup of coffee. So welcome, Ava. Hope you're doing well. RG Arizona's here. Welcome, welcome. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Awesome. Appreciate that, RG. So I don't have my usual channel cup or member cup, so I'm kind of using my camping cup this morning. So you might hear some traffic in the background. That's US 95 that runs north and south between Quartzite and down to Yuma. So scrolling. New York gal is here. Welcome, welcome. Hello, hello. Ava saying good morning. Thank you. Appreciate that. And there's CR View right there, channel member in the house. We had a nice, very nice day the last couple of days. We did some crafts, and we did a potluck yesterday. Did some cooking here in the tent, and shared some good food with good friends. Tim's passing out some coffee. Uh-oh, Catherine's got a head cold. That's not good. So I'll just be listening, she says. Yeah, hope you feel better soon. There's the Traveler's Edge. That's Nate and Paula, and I caught their live stream yesterday. They were showing their Fiji trip, and let me see if I can pull that up for you. The Traveler's Edge, North American Traveler's Edge. Just show you the beginning of it here. Let me share screen. Of course, I'm not at home, so I am out of my element here. There we go. Let's see here. Yeah, is it going to work? Teleprompter. There we go. Share screen. Okay, I found the right button. Here we go. This is Nate and Paula.
Scheduled time. We would have found a way to get there, but it would have been very much delayed and very expensive. We're talking probably $2,500 or something. Who knows? I'll read you the text. It's kind of fascinating to look back on. But first, let's do hellos. I know you guys look. We got puppy dog ears back here. Say hi to Pippa. Yeah, there's Pippa. There's a wall. Our vacation mode stops right there because yeah, as you guys know, there's a painted wall for a green screen back there now. So, all right, we got all sorts of people coming in. I see Steve. I haven't said hi to Steve yet. Let's just scroll up. Let's do this quickly. Well, for the ones that are there, I did write down. Lily was first. Olympics ended today, but these are the medals that matter. Lily was first in the house. She's the gold medal winner. She not only won a Super Bowl with her Seahawks, she's the gold medal winner here at, I almost said Land Cloud Adventures, North American Traveler's Edge.
So that was a fun live stream. They come on in, George.
Live now?
Yeah. That was a fun live stream, the North American Traveler's Edge, and they showed us a lot about their trip to Fiji. So welcome. And also a channel member. There's Tina the Outsider. Hello, Steve and everyone. Welcome. So check out the North American Traveler's Edge. They showed some sharks swimming underneath while they were out swimming around in the water. They had sharks around them. I don't think I would do that. There's Van Girl Cheryl, and I pinned her live stream to the top of the chat. So she'll be going live an hour after me. So we'll go over and we'll raid Van Girl Cheryl. No, it did not. We just came up here to La Posa South. There's Roy McCrae, 1614. Welcome. Look familiar, Roy? This was done by Jane for Roy. So Roy's got a job, is the monitor. One of the jobs he has up here is the dump station monitor. And so as a joke, Jane Bray got this emoji here, and they put a headband on it, Poop Cop, and they presented that to Roy when he got back from one of his first days of work. So that's where that came from. So they hung it up here in the community tent, and we all get a laugh out of it. Scrolling. Yeah, we hope Catherine feels better. Oh, that's sharing is loving, right? Homer shared his head cold with me. There we go. Now he's logged in. Roy and Becky's Travels is logged in now. Howdy, howdy, everyone. So I'm running off my Starlink Mini out front there. I just plugged it into a battery pack here, and it's using, bounces around, uses about 12 to 17 watts. So I've got 96% battery, so we should be good. Yeah, that's how it happens. We share our colds, right? There's Nurse TLC in the house. Tanya, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. And anyone who wants to drop links, feel free to do that. There's Divine Mojo in the house. That's Mindy. We got to meet her out at Ironwood in our neighborhood there. It's good to see you, Mindy, and a couple of her friends were there. My detached head live stream. That was pretty cool. So what Nate did on his live stream, he has a wall painted green in the basement room that he's live streaming from, and I guess that's his office as well. So he gives presentations for his business, and it worked really well, I thought. Everybody's saying hello. Not swimming or scuba diving with sharks around, right? Jolly Matilda says. I guess they were reef sharks, so they're not aggressive, I think is what I heard Nate say. Still, it kind of gives you the willies, right? You're welcome, Cheryl. You're welcome. Don't forget, we'll go over and watch Cheryl. She just dropped a video recently about cleaning windows with her kitty cat, Luigi. No sharks, right? Tanya says no sharks either. There's Gracie and Jock's Adventures. Hello, hello. Another channel member in the house. Welcome, welcome. Staying warm at the laundromat right now, Tina says. Must not be in Arizona, huh? Let's see what the weather's going to be here today. Hey Siri, what's the weather here today?
Expect partly cloudy skies today.
50 for a low, 80 for a high. George, you want to come over here and say hello? We got RVing with G in the house. Hello, hello.
Howdy, everybody. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, awesome. Good to have you.
All righty. We got to go quiet the spot. All right, everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for showing up.
Yeah. So G's got a new pup, and he named him Spot. He's really a smart pup. And he's not happy right now because Dad's over here, and he left Spot back home. Yeah, bring him over. All right, so we're going to get to see Spot here in a minute. There's Fairy Dust, Weep the Wild Winds. Welcome, welcome. And look at that. We got Janice from Oz in the house coming to us at like 2 o'clock in the morning. Gracie is in San Antonio. She says it's 50 to 62. I know, yeah. And I think, Mindy, did you say you were down south, down in Yuma area? Yeah, it's going to be nice today. So Oki and I and Lucas arrived here in camp last Tuesday. This is Friday, right? No, what day is this? I don't even know what day this is. What day is it? Oh, it's Monday, because I do live streams on Monday. So it's Monday. So tomorrow, actually the end of today will be a week. And we're going to stick around here until Friday of this week and then head home back to Ironwood. So we're having a good time. Yeah, good to see you too, Mindy. Scrolling. Central California even got snow this week. We had 4 inches here. I think I measured the sunshine yesterday, and I think we had about 6 inches of sunshine. I didn't have to shovel it, so I was just able to wade through it. Look at that. We got traveling Merton and Sue in the house. And Merton and Sue, that is a good spot you recommended that we take. We parked in Merton and Sue's old spot because they had to vacate and head back to Massachusetts. So that is a perfect spot. We can cross the wash and then go out there and walk Lucas out by the US 95 out there. And you know, I got rewarded for walking. I'll show you guys what I found laying in the trail. There's a ATV trail out there that runs parallel to US 95. And so we're walking out there yesterday, and Oki picked this up. It was laying right in the trail there. It's a pocket knife. It's a Milwaukee pocket knife. Well used, not very well taken care of because it's pretty, the blade on it's pretty messed up. I don't think it's ever been sharpened. You might be able to cut butter with it, but not much else. This is probably a better knife than I would ever buy. So if anyone is watching this live stream that lost this Milwaukee, stop by and we'll talk. All righty. But anyway, that was my reward for being good and walking yesterday, which Lucas insists on at least twice a day. Scrolling. KC Jones says he's having a lazy morning. No deep water swimming attempts. No sharkies, right? Now, when I was stationed in Okinawa, Japan, I used to go snorkeling in the East China Sea there, just off the coast of Okinawa. And we saw sea snakes periodically. You're swimming along, and then you'd come up on a sea snake, and it was generally on the bottom. You know, you're in 4 or 5 feet of water, and the snake would stand up and look at you, would hold its ground. And I don't know of anybody who ever got bit, but I did run across them once in a while. Uh-oh, a blizzard in Massachusetts. That's right. You guys are getting that nor'easter up there. Hey, G, you see any snow out there? I got
Nowhere.
G. No snow?
Nowhere.
Okay, how deep is the sun?
Oh, what?
The sunshine is piling up out there. How deep is it? Yeah,
Knee high, knee.
it's knee high, he says. Yeah. All right, Spot's coming in. Maybe, if he can corral him. Here he comes. Boy, he's getting big.
I
Look
think
at
he's
that.
about
Hi,
30
Spot.
pounders now.
Yeah, look at you. Look at you.
He's on TV.
Now he's a mix, right? Look at
Yeah.
how beautiful he is.
Blue healer first.
Blue healer,
Border collie second.
border collie.
That's his ears.
Yeah,
He was wild, so
yeah.
right now. So
Look
here
at
he is.
him.
Look, you see yourself
he-
now, don't you?
Yeah. Border collie is where he gets his intelligence. Well, they're both dogs are very
Oh,
intelligent.
he's pretty smart.
Yeah.
Trying to outsmart me right now. He's chewing on a shoe, the first time ever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's
he's,
Spot right there.
Next month he'll be 8 months.
8 months.
Yeah.
So still a pup.
Yep.
Look at
Oh,
that.
and I brought my shirt because Crystal made a shirt.
Yeah. I
Did
was
you
going
show
to
those
talk
off?
about those. Yeah. We did some crafts in the tent here. That's a nice one there.
Yeah. But
Very
he's too
cool.
wild to be in here, so see
Yeah.
you guys.
Yeah.
Thanks, Les.
Hey, you know what? Can
Yeah.
you answer me a question? Can you
Okay.
tell me what Leposa means?
Ooh, I don't know that one.
You don't know that?
Because it's just the county. Posa
Well,
County, right?
No, it's not Leposa County,
What is
but I thought, well, that would be nice. That would be nice to know since
Oh.
we're camping in Leposa.
Yeah.
So I looked it up and it's Spanish for backside.
We're on the south side.
Yeah. So it's
Uh,
Spanish for backside, or
okay.
buttocks. That's what it's.
Uh,
So why did they name it that?
I could say something, but inappropriately. But
Probably.
that's a butt side,
Yeah, that's right. It's
side of town.
I don't know why they did that.
Yeah.
Unless
Weird.
somebody else has an idea. That's all that Google came up with.
Alrighty, he's
All right.
wired. You gotta go.
Okay, yeah, he's ready to
Come
go.
on.
He needs some exercise. All right, so that's RVing with G right there. He's camped over there, and he's a full-time nomad. Lives out here full-time. Gracie says 50 to 62 in San Antonio, where she's at. 24 where Teeny is. 15 for a low. No, thank you. I don't think so. I don't like that. Yeah, that was another item I had on my list. The cartels are basically what happened down in Mexico. The cartels pretty much run the country, and the Mexican authorities took out one of the cartel chiefs, and they didn't like that, and so they are basically blowing stuff up down there. Even in Rocky Point, there were explosions and things, and not a good place to be right now in Mexico until they get that all settled. I'm not sure I would be going down there, except maybe to a dental clinic or something. That would be about it. Roy says, I stay out of any water that that there's a potential that I could become a fish turd. Ooh wee. Okay, I'm an hour off. It's only 3:15 a.m. And she's over there in Australia. I moved east to beat the upcoming heat. I'm over by Bowie. Very cool. That's where Mindy's at right now. Now, this is tough right here. Ava says we're up to 19 with a wind chill of 9 Fahrenheit. Mm-hmm. We've lived in cold weather, and now that we're retired, we're not going to do that anymore. Oh, Catherine says our son and daughter live in San Antonio. That's nice. Yeah, Burr, Gracie says. Burr. Yeah, I know. I hear you. Measure the sunshine. Yep. So it's about knee high out there right now. So there is a shovel out here, so I might need it to get back to the RV. Yep, that's a sweet find that I was showing everybody what Oki found while we were walking yesterday. It's a nice pocket knife, Milwaukee pocket knife. It's got a screwdriver on it, because sometimes you just need a Phillips screwdriver. Pretty nice. And I'm sure whoever dropped it is not happy. Where'd my knife go? Well, you left it on the back of the rig while you were zipping down the dirt road, and it fell off. Yeah, it does need to be sharpened up, so I'll take better care of it. Oh, guy found a $50 bill out there on that trail, Roy says. All hands go up, right? That's my knife. I lost that day before yesterday. Cha-ching. That's right. It pays to walk. Thanks to Lucas. Yeah, I could cut some butter with it and then maybe sharpen it up. Sunshine is knee high. Yeah, Yeah, he's a good boy. He's very high energy, very friendly. He does bark when I step out and walk over here, but he barks because he wants to play. Yeah, he is very unusual. Very I love the coloring on him. Yeah, he is a nice dog. Yeah, we're having a sunshine blizzard down here. We certainly are. Deep hole in a river. There's Mike. Traveling Mike is here in camp. He's actually working. So a lot of these guys have jobs out here helping out at the BLM La Posa South, and Mike is up in the office. I believe he's checking people in that come in to stay here in camp. And then Tim, CRView, works with Roy, and they work 2 days a week. And between them, they check stickers. You know, when you come in here to La Posa South, you have to pay, and you get water, you get a dump station, or if you have a Blue Boy, you can dump using your Blue Boy. And then there's no electricity, so water, dump station, and trash. And so they have dumpsters out there, and you can throw your trash away. And Mike's up there on the front lines checking people in. So thanks, Mike. Dinosaur Wood is here. Welcome, welcome. Ooh, that sounds like an interesting channel. Dinosaur Wood. If you want to see how bright that sun is already this morning, look at my recent post. Cool. All right, check out Divine Mojo. I don't have my other laptop here, or I could make you a sub. Give you a wrench. I'll do that next time, though. There's Ringo. Ringo and Czar's here. Hello, Kyle. And there's G in the chat. I know, it's cold where Ava is. Yikes. Okay, Dinosaur Wood is in Snowflake, Arizona. It'll be 63 today. That's not too bad. Tanya says she can handle one snow day a year. I like to sit down in the valley and look at the mountains and see the snow up there on the mountain. That's where I like to see snow because I had to work in it. In fact, I'll tell you a story. 20 years in the military, we lived in New Hampshire, and you talk about snow up there. There's a lot of snow up there in New Hampshire. We lived in Nebraska. Not as much snow as New Hampshire, but lots of wind. And so the snow is blowing sideways in Omaha, Nebraska. And we lived there for a few years. And after all of that, we lived in Virginia. After all of that, I said, I want to go back to someplace warm. And being from Tucson, I knew what warm was. So we came back here to Tucson. And what happened? I went to work for the electric co-op as a technician, went through the apprenticeship program. And where did I get sent a lot is up to the mountain, Mount Lemmon up there and north of Tucson. And guess what? It snows up there. And you know what? When it snows heavy and it storms, the power goes out. And who had to go up there? Well, me among others, but a lot of times I had to go up there and help restore power. So I thought I was getting back here to Tucson to stay out of the snow, and I ended up working up there for 20 years, there and other places, and tromping through the snow. So it's a good thing I didn't throw away my boots and my cold weather gear because I used it a lot. Janice says it's 57 Fahrenheit at 3:25 a.m. in the morning. Wow. Blanket hellos. Yep, Spot is a beautiful pup. All right, there is a nomadic caravan of 21 that are in Baja. They may be trapped because there's only one highway in or out. Our friend Timothy is currently in the caravan. We talked to him on the phone. Now, Johnny's Journey just got back from Baja. She went down there there were 4 of them in their group, and she just returned back to Missouri, back to her shop. Baja is pretty isolated, though. I'm not sure. I know that one of the cartels controls that area, but I'm not sure that, it's dangerous down there. And Roy, did Timothy say that there was trouble down there? I did hear the cartels are blocking roads and checking vehicles, so that's not good. Concho. Okay. One snow day sounds good to Merton and Sue, who has 2 feet of snow and possibly will get 3 more feet today. Yikes. Oh, I remember those days. And that's why they come out here to Arizona in the wintertime. Look at that. We got Happy Place Camping in the house. Wow. Was about to head off and do some stuff when I saw the live. I thought I'd drop in for a bit. Good to see you. Good to see you. And thanks for being here. Yeah, the 80s, right? So, yeah. So you might have to have maybe a long sleeve t-shirt in the mornings and then short sleeve t-shirt in the afternoons. The caravan had no clue what was going on until we called Timothy to check on him. The caravan is one of the RTR caravans. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure Baja is going to have much trouble. Hopefully not. They're pretty isolated. It's different, as I understand, from the main part of Mexico. Yeah, I follow Happy Place Camping. Watch their videos. They do some good stuff. They have a Jeep and they go out and run some trails up there in Colorado, and they have a good time. There's Dinosaur Woods channel right there. There's a link right there, so check them out. Petrified wood mostly. Wow, that's interesting. Yeah, I agree, Roy. Roy says snow belongs in a cup with a nice fruity flavor on top. Now that's Arizona snow, right? That is Arizona snow. Thank you. Hit the thumbs up. So Spot's a blue heeler cattle dog with border collie mix. That's 2 very intelligent dogs put together right there, and he is very intelligent. G has taught him a lot, or should I say, Spot has taught G a lot, because I think it goes both ways. The idea with a dog, and we learned this with Lucas, is they know what they want to do. And their challenge is to get you to understand what they want and then take them out to do what they want, right? And so they're challenging us to understand what they want. And of course, we're doing the same for them. Happy Place Camping saying hello. Mount Lemmon is about 9,800 feet elevation, and they actually have a ski lodge up there, a ski valley, and they get enough snow every year. You know, they get about a 2-foot base is about all they get. And so you have to go up there with your rock skis because sometimes you'll scrape up your skis. You don't want to have the high dollar stuff, I understand. Now, I'm not a skier, but working up there for 20 years around that area, they do get snow up there. And I think Ski Valley is the most southern ski area in the United States. And they're at 9,500 feet or so. Yeah, I hear you that. Low 70s this week. Good morning, Step Van Dan says, and hugs from Minnesota. I'm out driving, so hugs to everyone. Drive safe, Dan, and thanks for being a channel member. All right, Tina's folding her clothes. Yeah, I'll tell you what that is. That is you know, in La Posa South, Happy Place Camping has been up here camping, and you have a dump station, and Roy is the one of the monitors up here, and so him and Tim watch the dump station, the water, and also the trash to make sure that people aren't sneaking in here that haven't paid, and so they're monitors. So Jane Bray came up with this idea and presented it to Roy one day when he returned from work. So they call Roy the poop cop. Okay, so the northern part of Baja has some violence by Tijuana, Roy says. Yeah, that's up by the border there in the on the California side. Dishes cleaning, crock pot. Oh, I thought that said crack pot. Crock pot cooking and now game. Awesome, New York gal. Awesome. Oh, Carol, it's tough here. Carol, it's really tough. Hey, Siri, what's the weather here today?
Looks like it will be partly cloudy today.
It's tough, Carol. It's really tough. It's only going to be 80 today. Hope you're doing well, Carol. Well, Marana, I discovered Dutch Brothers very close to home. Yep, there's a Dutch Brothers out by the Marana exit now. There are a few places out there now, and it's growing. Yep, Mount Lemon's just over 9,000 foot. Jolly Matilda used to live down here. In fact, she's relocating from Norfolk, Virginia to farther west. Not quite as far out as here, but new video for those of you still having cold nights there. Tanya dropped there, so check that out. She says, back in the 80s when I was snow skiing, I had metal base skis, so definitely had dedicated rock skis. I didn't know they made metal skis. Wow, interesting. Yeah, that's good. Timothy said they're going to hunker down for a few days and see what happens. So hopefully, we're talking about Mexico. And so the Mexican government took out one of the heads of the cartels down there, and they run the country. And that kind of pissed them off. And so now they're running around throwing fire bombs all over the place, even down to Rocky Point. And there's a lot of people down at Rocky Point, you know, that are expatriates, people who live down there full time, and people who own property down there, and they're freaking out. Yeah, the poop cop. It is hilarious. All right, Mindy, thanks for coming in. Appreciate it very much. And you enjoy yourself out there. Divine Mojo is a full-time nomad. She's got a Jeep Cherokee, and she sets it up, has a nice camp. In fact, she was out in Ironwood for a couple weeks, and so we got to go hang out with her. And she does great videos, so check out Divine Mojo. It's 21. Yikes. And you guys are in Missouri too, right? Happy Place Camping. We had some great weather last week when the cold and wind just smacked us in the face this weekend. Yeah, I got a little sun yesterday. Yeah, he's doing well, Carol. He's over at the RV. I'm here inside the community tent and live streaming from here on my battery pack, which is at 92%, so we should have no problem making the hour. But he's doing well. He's had to adjust. Lucas, we're talking about. He's had to adjust because around our property we have, an acre and a half fenced in, and he just runs that constantly, and we play fetch with him, so he loves to run. Well, he's not able to do that here, and so we're walking him on a leash, and you can tell he's just not burning that energy that he's used to burning, so he gets kind of antsy once in a while. But we'll be back home on Friday of this week, and then he'll be able to do his normal running around and using up his energy. Oh, that'll be nice. So Jolly Matilda is moving to Indiana, and then I hope to spend winters in Arizona and summers in Indiana. That'll be nice. So Jolly Matilda, Roy and Becky are from there also, and we were talking yesterday, kind of curious where in Indiana you were settling, since they're from there. Yeah, it is scary, New York Al. You don't mess with the cartels. They're well armed, and exactly. Stay home. It's been that way for years. I don't know if they're ever going to be able to get rid of them, because they run everything. In fact, they even spill over, and there's a lot of discussion that they run Arizona too. And the cartel members have been caught running into Arizona. In fact, they had shootouts years ago out west of Ironwood, and where they were stealing each other's drugs and stealing each other's migrants, that they were running north, and it's bad news. Okay, the electricity's on in the clubhouse. I never shut it off last night. Okay, thanks. I think we're good, though. I'm running, talking to you guys through my Starlink Mini, which is running about, it's bouncing around 12 watts, 15 watts is what it's using right now, and 92% left on the battery. Yeah, he'll be okay, though. He's getting snacks and... Okay, Marion, Indiana is where Tracy's headed to, so I'll leave that up for Roy and Becky. Marion, Indiana, you guys know where that is? Okay, I'm going to stand up here and show you a little bit of the community tent that folks set up here. I don't know, I don't remember the exact size of it, but it's about 20 feet, like 13 by 20. And they have chairs in here. They have a mat. They have heaters. So they got propane heaters in here for the cold nights. There's a nice one there. And then lots of chairs and things. So, and they have movie nights here. I'll show you they even have a whiteboard. So here's a whiteboard. This is what's coming up. Today is Monday, so tonight is game night, 6:30 p.m. Wednesday game night, and then they'll have movies also. And so Oki and I have contributed to the community tent. We're buying them a new projector for their movie night, so that'll be coming in on Tuesday, I think. But here are some of the movie options that they have. The Breakfast Club, Stand By Me, The Sandlot, that's a good one. Ooh, Predator 9, Pretty Woman, Clueless, One Battle After, can't read it on there. I can't read the Anode. Anyway, that's a really nice setup here. So I'm in here using it. There's my setup for the live stream with my battery pack, and I'll walk you outside and show you around a little bit. Yeah, it is nice. Very nice. And yesterday we had a potluck, so right through that door is the cooking area, and there's a griddle out there which I cooked hamburgers on yesterday, and that worked out good. Everybody brought some food. Here's the outside of it. There's my Starlink right there. That's the Mini. But here's the outside of it. There's Roy and Becky over there behind me. Oop, let me step out this way. That's their rig out here, right there. And then I'll turn around. There we go. That's a CR view right there behind me. And then you can see the traffic out there on US 95. And of course, you got to have a flag too, right? So we got our flag out here. There's a fire pit off in the distance there. That's Susan in her rig back here. She's got a cute little dog. That's G RVing with G's rig right there. And there's Mike's rig there. So you can see there's plenty of room. Plenty of room. And then back over here, let me do this slowly so I don't make you ill. Back over here, we have Duffy. Duffy's right there. And then on the other side of Duffy, right there is where we're camped. So that's our Winnebago 26-foot, 11-year-old rig there. So that's where we're at right there. So not too crowded, and we all have our space. It's a good spot. And the nice thing I think about this area is it's one way in. So it's a dead end. So we don't have a lot of through traffic coming through. So that cuts down on the dust. Yeah, some good ones, huh? It is nice. It is very nice. And, you know, it's when you're out here in the wind and the dust, it's nice to have a place to come into. So let me show you guys what we did. So Crystal is got together and brought us together for some crafts. So let me show you what we did. Let's see here. Oh, here's me cooking. So that's the griddle that's over here. It's a pop-up just off the community tent here. So we did hamburgers. Oki and I bring hamburgers up every year when we come up and cooked for everybody. And then, of course, everybody brings food to share. So we had some burgers yesterday. Those are Costco burgers. And then we did some crafts. And this is the folks that were here yesterday. You can see Box Van D sitting there. She stopped by the last couple of days. And so we're admiring our craftiness. And also, Oki came up with the idea, hey, we're making these bags and t-shirts. Why don't we have everybody sign them so that we know? It's kind of a nice remembrance, right? So we know who was there. And so everybody here, you can see, was sitting around chatting, having a good time. And then there's Crystal set up with her machine. So what we did, it's called a Cricut machine. So it basically cuts out vinyl, and then you iron it on. So she bought some bags, and then we brought some t-shirts over, and she did the design, and so everybody could take something home. Let me show you the bag that Oki made. So you can see the Laid Back Camp 2026. So that's what we made yesterday. So you can see the saguaro cactus right there, and then the sign, and then 2026. So it's a nice, really nice remembrance for our visit. And then, of course, we had everybody sign it. B&C Travels here, Roy and Becky, and then Mickey, who is also Okinawan, was here, and she camped with us for a couple of days. And then see our view. There's Dee, and look at that. Somebody handed me our own bag, and so I signed it. Desert Adventures in Arizona, The Adventures of Traveling Mike, and then what do we have here? Happy Travels, that's Susan over here, and then of course there's G. And then there's Duffy. Duffy signed it too. And then of course we got RVing with G and Spot. So really nice remembrance. And then we made some t-shirts also. So Crystal did a great job getting this all together. And then that's a really nice bag. And I carried my stuff over in that bag. Okay, what else we got? We had potluck, we did crafts. We talked about cartel wars in Mexico. And then what else do I have here? Oh, I'm flying the drone around. In fact, Roy, if you're still listening, I want to fly the drone around, and I want to take off from the entrance to our camp and get a video of the sign, the entrance sign. And I think it's been laid down on the ground for a few days because of we had some really terrible wind the first 3 days we were here. And so we pretty much hunkered down during the windstorms, and the community tent held up just fine. But driving around La Posa South, a lot of people's tents were just shredded. But I want to try to fly and get some video of our camp. I want to put together a video at the end with some nice music and drone footage. But here's an overhead view. We'll take that off. This is an overhead view kind of the Posa South, looking from our camp to looks like to the east there, kind of southeast. But you can see there's still a lot of people camped out here, but there's plenty of room. I looked on my app, and my hunting app shows there's over 1 million acres out here of BLM land. So plenty of room. Let's see what else we have here. There's a bag. I already showed you the whiteboard, and I think there's Dee working on her t-shirt or her bag. So it's good to see Dee out here too. She's back in Quartzite. So it's been a good time. Good time. All right, we're up at 55 minutes. I have forgotten to show you guys my members video, so let me run that here as soon as I find it. I always want to recognize the channel members and appreciate their support, so I'll be right back.
To all my members out there, you lift me up so high. The support you give me makes me touch the sky. In every lonely moment, when shadows start to fall, your love shines like a beacon. I hear your heartfelt call. Thank you, dear members, for standing by my side. With your strength and courage, we take this wild ride. From morning's glow to starry night, you're the reason I shine, my forever guiding light. In the desert where it's dry, where the cacti proudly stand, you're my loyal companions, my devoted band. Through rocky trails and valleys, we gather every mile. Hand in hand we wander with your endless smiles. Thank you, dear members, for standing by my side. With your strength and courage, we take this wild ride. From morning's glow to starry night, you're the reason I shine, my forever guiding light. Desert where it's dry, where the cacti proudly stand, you're my loyal companions, my devoted band. Through rocky trails and valleys, we gather every mile. Hand in hand we wander with your endless smiles.
Yep, good times, good times. Thank you, channel members, and thanks everybody who subscribes. I'm up over 14,000 subscribers right now, but always appreciate everyone who subscribes and watches my videos and then comes out here and spends an hour with me on my live streams. Always appreciated. Oh, let's see, 21. Yeah, okay, I'm just catching up here. Carol's in North Carolina, getting high winds from that storm. There's Ivan K in the house. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're doing well. And wait, so Arizona's run by the cartel? Technically, no, but is Arizona influenced? Some would say yes. We had over 15 campers this season at one time here in the laid back camp. Yeah, exactly, Cheryl. You're close enough, but yet, you know, and of course, a lot of us have dogs, and so you want to be able to walk your dogs without disturbing, you know, our neighbors. So, they were awesome, weren't they? The burgers were awesome. Yeah, New York gal. We're in Quartzite, Arizona. LTVA is where we're camped right now. So this is what Oki and I do is we come down here and we buy a 2-week pass, which is $40, and you stay 2 weeks, and then you have trash, water, and a dump station. And so we can utilize all those while we're in here. Now, you can also camp out in the BLM areas. There's lots of free camping out there. There's 1 million acres out here that you can spend. There's no electricity. And so you have to bring everything. And we run off of solar. Most of us do out here. We run off of solar, even air conditioning. If you have enough solar and you have batteries, you can run air conditioners out here now too. Yeah, it was good to see Dee. And she's doing better. She's, she had a stroke and she's been coming back and working on her speech, and she's doing much better. There's She Devil Adventures, late to the party. That's okay, Tommy. Good to have you. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, we have a good time out here. And I like the challenge. Of course, CR View and Roy and Becky's Travels, they live out here full time. So for them, this is old hat. They've got it figured out. But I like the challenge of bringing the RV out here, running everything off of solar. Of course, if I want to run my air conditioner, I have to start the generator and run that. But right now, it's just about perfect for us. I mean, we can take 80, 85 degrees, no problem. Some folks like it cooler than that. And so if you need air conditioning, you start up your generator. And that's also the nice thing about not being on top of each other. So if you want to run your generator, you're not bothering anybody else. Yeah, I think so too. It is nice. It's a nice souvenir. Yep, she came up with a great idea to have everybody sign it. So we signed them all. I know. In fact, Oki passed it to me and with a pen, and what she wanted me to do is pass it to the person next to me. And I looked at it, not knowing it was ours, and so I went ahead and signed it. So there we go. Once again, this is the laid back camp. Thanks to Crystal for coming up with the idea. She bought all the materials. She bought bags. She did all kinds of stuff to make sure that we all had a good time. But the laid back camp 2026, we had a great time here with all our YouTube family, and we enjoyed it very much. So we'll be heading back on Friday this week. I'm going to need to haul some water and to get us to Friday, but I think we can make it. HDMI port on your control? I do not. I have a Apple MacBook Pro. This one does not have HDMI on it. Yeah, it is nice, huh? Okay, awesome. The sign still says the camp. We haven't changed it to the laid back camp yet. That's okay. I'd like to take some video of the entrance there. The third and final name change. So it's been the camp and now it's called the laid back camp. Yeah, it's been really fun. Yeah, we are here through the week. So tomorrow, CR View is going to interview me. And so I'm a little nervous about that. He's going to interview me and he wants information about the history of my channel and maybe whether I'm a felon or not. I don't know. But I got an interview appointment with CR View tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. So be sure to check out CR View's channel and you'll see the real me, the cul-de-sac, the camp, and now the laid back camp. That's right. It was a cul-de-sac originally, wasn't it? I like that one. Okay, so we're out of here. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Happy Place Camping, Felix. It's good to have you today. Thank you very much for coming in. I appreciate you very much. Let me make sure. Member for 39 months. Wow. Appreciate it very much. Tina says, everyone have a good day. She's off to get some diesel fuel for her heater. Yeah, Dee Dee is, I think she's better off here, and I think she realizes that too. She's settled on Quartzite. She's got to make it through the heat of the summer, and that's her challenge. But she didn't like the cold. Captain Jack popped in. Good to see you. You are not nervous. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. All right, folks, I'm going to run my outro, and we will see you all next time. Which outro should I run? Should I run Drone in the Desert? Oh, maybe I'll just run this one right here. Okay, we'll see you next time. Thanks, everybody.
Wake up to a brand new day. Smile at the sun's warm ray. Greet the world with open arms. Spread good vibes and charms. Kind words change the scene. Make life feel like a dream. Help someone who's in need. Plant a little kindness seed. Shine bright like a star. No matter where you are, kindness takes you far. Light up the world. Together we can make it. Love's the way to fake it. Leave a little joy behind in every heart you'll find. No need for heavy words. Be like chirping birds. Simple acts can heal. Make every moment real. Shine bright like a star. No matter where you are, kindness takes you far. Light up the world. No need for heavy words. Be like chirping birds. Simple acts can heal. Make every moment